What's up guys, this is Final Greetings and this is a new video. I guess the title spoils it. We're getting our new drummer today and it is 6:15 a.m. at the moment, and the day started brilliantly as we just got to know that his flight got cancelled and we got up totally unnecessarily because he's arriving at 10:30 p.m. instead of 9:25 a.m.
So, what's up guys? This is Final Greetings, or at least 3 members of it. Kyle is in here right now. And we are going to pick up our new drummer. He's arriving in Reading, we're in Eureka, and that's about a 3-hour drive. And by the way, sorry for the consistency. The morning clip, I still had long hair and now I have short hair, but nobody cares. So, we're getting our new drummer, so that's amazing. And Sam.
Yo.
How did we meet our new drummer?
Well, we met him in Utah. We were getting ready to do a camp there. It was our last camp of this summer season, and we'd all been praying about looking for a drummer because our drummer was about to leave. And anyways, I ended up somehow getting signed up for a cornhole tournament at the camp. Cornhole, and me and Garrett got put on a team together, and we pretty much crushed everyone and won. And so anyway, we started hanging out a little bit, but he was actually working during the camp too, so he had to go to work some of the days. But basically, we ended up finding out he was a drummer, and we were looking for a drummer, and I kind of like, always kind of like, so man, if you want to, you know, leave everything behind and quit your job and come tour, we were looking for a drummer. And he actually took us up on that offer. He prayed about it and was just kind of felt like that was like the right thing to do. And we'll let him share more about his story and why he chose to come on the road with us. But anyway, we're super stoked when he said yes, and we've just been excited for him to come join us. So yeah.
Yep.
And we're gonna go rescue Garrett from those crazy agents.
What agents?
The TSA agents. They've got him.
What are you
We're
talking
gonna save him.
Okay.
Dude, what up?
How you doing, man? What's up, guys? What's going on, bud? I'm finally here.
You made it, finally.
He's alive.
What's up? Dude, that was the longest day of my life. Hey guys, I'm Garrett, the new drummer for Final Greetings, and I had a heck of a time getting to meet up with these guys. I got to the airport yesterday morning and found out that my connecting flight had been canceled, and that I would have to leave the next day. I was like kind of bummed about that. So then I asked her like, what can we do? And she said, well, the flight, your morning flight's still like scheduled. You're gonna go on that one, but you'll just have a 14-hour layover. I'm like, a 14-hour, oh my gosh. But I figured it's in a city I've never been to. It's an adventure. Something cool is gonna happen. I had some like weird positive vibes about it. And so I was saying bye to my fiance, and I was like, you know what, God does everything for a reason. So there's gotta be a reason behind why my flight was canceled and rescheduled without me knowing. I didn't get an email about it. Thanks, United. When I had a great flight to San Francisco from Salt Lake City, and when I got to the baggage claim, one of my bags was already there. I'm like, sweet, they're on top of things. Well, I waited for almost an hour and my other bag never came, and I'm like, the inevitable, like Murphy's Law all the time. So I of course go to the claim office and I'm like, hey, my bag's not there. What's going on? Well, there was 4 other people there with me, all from Salt Lake, that all their bags got left. I'm like, how do you leave all these bags? Anyways, it's okay. So I talked with the lady. She's like, okay, yeah, I confirmed that it's in Salt Lake still. We just left it so we can either have it here by 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Well, my flight was at 9 o'clock, 14 hours from then. So I was like, that's completely fine. And then I started thinking, I'm like, maybe that's a reason I didn't have the flight right after, or it got canceled, because if my flight would have been the half an hour or an hour right after I got there, I would have been freaking out. I probably would have just been way stressed, but in that moment I still had that peace and like just kind of like, okay, whatever works, yeah, it'll all work out. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, what do I want to do today? I don't want to sit in an airport all day long for 14 hours. And so I decided to go downtown in San Fran and just check it out, talking to people as I go. Talked to a lady with her daughter, and she said that I should check out the Alcatraz stuff, but they're usually pretty booked up. And I get to where the Alcatraz cruises are, where they take you over to the island, and there's a lady like that worked there just standing outside. I'm like, hey, is this the Alcatraz stuff? And she's like, yeah, it is, but we are completely booked out till Monday. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, I wasn't like had my hopes up or anything. And then she's like, but you're just by yourself, so why don't you go up there and see if there's any like singles or anything like that, because sometimes there's odd numbers. Well, I'm walking up to the ticket booth, and there's this group of British people in front of it, and they all turn towards me and they're like, are you traveling alone? And I was like, yeah, I am. And they're like, so they're completely booked. I'm not gonna do the British accent anymore because that's ridiculous. But they're completely booked up till Monday, and we have this one ticket and we can't use it, so we want to give it to you. And I was like, oh, and they were 38 bucks a piece. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get my wallet. They're like, no. The lady that was talking to me, she's like, this is gold dust, and today's your lucky day. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it left in 15 minutes, like from when I got the ticket. So I literally got the ticket, went straight to Alcatraz, like in a 5-minute span of not even thinking I was gonna go to actually doing something that was crazy that I've always wanted to do. And so that was pretty cool. That was just like God making an awesome situation, or a bad situation awesome, like, you know, one where people would just get down and be like, well, great, now I got 14 hours just to chill and do nothing and just be bored. No, like, God gave me activities. He gave me awesome people that, you know, showed love towards other people, which is really, really cool. But yeah, so now I'm with the guys, and I'm super excited because it's been a long time coming, and
we're excited.
Yes, sir.
What up?
We literally picked up Garrett from the airport, like, I don't know, a few hours ago. And we wouldn't be final greetings if we wouldn't run into car trouble. So we popped a tire.
Perfect. Sweet.
Now I might need to raise it some more because that's an inflated tire. That's backwards.
Dude, what even is that?
Yep, we'll have to.
Just a tiny bit.
You like this? Is
What even is?
You like the donut?
That's a donut.
It looks like a. What are those things?
That's the thing you don't want to be driving on in the mountains.
Yeah. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm totally.
Yeah, it's
I
like.
can't believe it. It's literally it's 12:59 a.m. We have church in the morning. We have church in the freaking morning.
Okay, so that just happened. So hopefully next time we meet, it won't be on the side of the road.
Again.
Again. Cool. So the last time we were in this video was like on the side of a street trying to repair a tire.
In the middle of the mountains.
Yeah, in the middle of Eureka. I'll be honest, that was 2 weeks ago or something like that. But we are back with our brand new drummer, and I'm gonna ask him to introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Garrett Larsen. I am Final Greetings' new drummer and new bandmate, family member, whatever you want to call it. Great group of guys. So yeah.
How did you meet like us as a team, or and how did you, you know, kind of join the team?
So, Cadence Please came to my church Crossroads in the beginning of the year, and I met Steven and Kyle, Pierce, all those guys when they were Cadence Please. And then we ended up having you guys play for our youth camp at Big Canyon Ranch for the summer. And so I was there as a youth leader and just hanging out with you guys, playing around, and just watching you guys do your thing and be amazing kids, or amazing to the kids, amazing kids. After that, Sam made a joke like, "Hey man, would you ever think about jumping in the bus and touring with us?" And of course, my needing to have money and a place to live, you know, took over and was like, nope, you don't want to do that.
Just so you know, he actually did that to me too.
Yeah,
in Budapest.
I imagine.
Oh well, if you want to come and tour with us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good tactic.
He's very sly. So it was good. So he put a bug in my ear, obviously, and it grew. And throughout the next day, God just kind of started talking to me and saying, "Hey, you know, this last year I've been having you do a lot of things. This last year of my life I've been working on saying yes to God and everything that He wants me to do instead of making my own decisions." And so I finally was just like broken down. I'm like, "Okay, God, what are you trying to say? Like, do you want me to actually go and travel around these guys?" And He said yes. And He also told me it's going to take a lot of sacrifice, a lot of willpower, and a lot of motivation to keep with it and keep excited about it. It was just cool because the time preparing to actually meet up with you guys on tour, a lot of things had to be done. I had to consolidate all my belongings. I had to prepare my life. Also, I'm the drummer for the band, so I had to get a drum set. That was one thing. God called me to get rid of a lot of things that I held dear. So yeah, that's how I got to be with you guys, essentially.
So you kind of already went into why you joined the team, but like it would be great if you can kind of like elaborate on it and just like explain it a little more, like when and like what motivated you to actually join Final Greetings and a Jesus Mission.
Gotcha. Yeah. So like I said earlier, throughout the last year of my life, it's been a lot of saying yes to God and learning how to say yes to God. Because I haven't before in my life a lot, and it's led me to pain and suffering. So throughout this last year of saying yes and seeing the radical change, I finally realized that there's no other option than to say yes. I was at a job that I didn't necessarily like. It was a desk job, and I'm an art major. Obviously, those things don't like work together. So I just was antsy all the time. I felt like this was the worst. I hated it, and God just kind of opened my eyes, and He said, "You know, this is not this is a placeholder. This is not a forever job. Like, you don't have to worry about being stuck, because you have something much bigger coming for you." And I was a youth leader at my church, and we had our camp that we had you guys play at in this summer, and so I just got to know you guys a little bit better, which was cool because it was meeting Sam and then you, of course. That was interesting. I just didn't know you guys were even part of the band. I thought you were Cadence Police still, and all of a sudden it's not, which was cool. And then throughout the Sam asking me to join up, and I'm like, jokingly of course, but it just sparked like God kind of talking to me, because you know, at camp, you know, all your distractions are away from you, and you're just able to just focus on what God's trying to tell you. And so I finally was able to hear what He really wanted me to do. And He said, "See, this is the big thing that I wanted you to wait for. You're now finally prepared and ready enough to go and do something like this. Follow your passion, which is music, and be a missionary to my people." And I just thought that was so cool. Throughout finding out that process, you know, I laid in a parking lot for a while in the middle of the night. Throughout that, I figured out that this is exactly what I needed to do in my life, was to join up with you guys. So.
We're honestly really glad. We've been looking for a drummer since we started the tour, and you know, most of the times, you know, we thought we found a guy, and God was like, no. And then we found another guy, and God was like, no. And yeah, we were basically like towards like the end, and we were like, okay, well, you know, this is getting.
We're not gonna have one.
Yeah, we're not gonna have one. But then we obviously met you, and now, like as a team, I feel like, you know, we've been whole, we've been kind of better, and we will be able to serve in many diverse ways.
For sure, we got a big year coming up too.
Yep, we have a big year coming up. So
I'm excited.
We're very happy to introduce Garrett, and hope you guys will meet him too whenever we go to your place. If you like the video, press the like button. If you enjoy our content, then press subscribe. And thank you for watching.
Yep.
Goodbye.
See ya.